Down with me, you down with me, down with me. Hold on. I got a crowd wrapping round the whole town for me. They mama proud, got 1,000 the balcony. Nah, I don't hear no clown talking foul on me.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of What Are the Odds podcast. It's your host JMX and my co-host Ryan. Wild Card Weekend is in the books, baby. Wild Card Weekend is a wrap. I'm not gonna lie, it was a little bit disappointing, but it was a lot disappointing. The more I think about it, it was a pretty. I mean, it's just glad. I'm just glad playoff football is here. But in terms of like, it just goes to show how the gap in competition this postseason had. But yeah, man. Before we get into everything, Ryan, how you doing?
Man, I'm chilling. I'm chilling. Kind of finally got that burden of what this Pittsburgh Steelers season is off my back. So now I can just chill, relax, watch the rest of the season, and as long as one team don't win specifically, I'm cool. I'm cool with whoever wins besides one team. But yeah, how
Yeah,
about yourself?
I'm doing good. All things considered, I'm doing real good. Wasn't really angry, to be honest with you. I'm all good. Um, I just thought it was a disappointing weekend, man. Like the games were kind of trash. Only really one good game, and I didn't really get to see all of it, most of it, because I fell asleep. So that was kind of, but I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I'm hoping my Spurs won tonight. I don't know. Didn't watch the game. Was making videos and stuff. So I'm gonna do my reaction in the morning. We play the Lakers, so I don't know. I think Ryan knows what happened, but I have no clue
Yeah, I know
what
what
happened.
happened.
Yeah, I have no clue what happened. So I am a little bit nervous about that because if we lose another game, I'm gonna be kind of pissed off. Ain't no kinda. But yeah, yeah, and also school started today, so school is back and it is what it is. But yeah, um, let's jump right into it, bro. First game up, Chargers versus the Texans. Chargers travel to Houston to take on the Texans. Texans win this game after we've been saying all year that these boys are gonna be a first round exit. They won by 20, 32-12. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Got really three main takeaways from this game. The Texans, they play well. I mean, like Nico Collins really did his thing. It was just really Nico mixing his Stroud. And the Chargers defense to me didn't play that bad. When your quarterback turns the ball over as much as he did and everything that kind of happened in this game, your defense is going to give up points, especially the field position and everything like that. But I didn't think the defense played too bad for the Chargers. But I did my first takeaway was to give a shout out to Mixon. He balled out. Shout out to Nico. He balled out, which was kind of expected for Nico. I thought they were gonna double him, but they really left him alone and they really got him going in the short game as well. Not usually just strictly telling him to run those deep developing routes. They use him in the short game. He got a lot of yak. My second takeaway from this game is I don't know what the hell happened to Justin Herbert. I really don't. Well, he threw three picks all year and threw four in this game. I mean, 14 for 32, 242, one touchdown, four picks, QBR of 13, quarterback rating of 40.9. This is by far his worst game of his career, in my opinion. I mean, it was bad, bro. Like, watching the game, like, looking at the game, it was bad, bro. It was just pick. Like, after CJ threw that horrible pick the first time, you're like, oh, the Chargers got this. It's 6-0. They finna get the ball. They about to go get a touchdown. They in good field position. Make this a two-possession game. And you know how Harbaugh plays it. Run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. Get if you got they gonna pin you deep. And then that way, when they pin you deep, it goes back to they getting ball, good field position. Dicker's gonna just get a lot of kicks. Blah 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 blah. Same story for the Chargers. Herbert decides to throw a crossbody throw across the field to Quentin Johnston, who is damn near double covered, picked off, and then the game kind of broke open. Houston scored 10 points in the second quarter, and in the third quarter is when the game went away. The pick six was another terrible throw from Justin Herbert, threw it way too high for Lad McConkey. That ball got picked. You had the fourth and short in this game from Justin Herbert. That was the one to Quentin Johnston, where Quentin Johnston didn't even run to the stick. I mean, Quentin Johnston don't deserve to be a starter on this team moving forward, bro. I mean, it's bad, dog. And then yeah, you got the pick where the ball came off of Will Dissly's hands. Just terrible. I mean, in my third final takeaway, just shout out to Lad McConkey. I mean, he had the game of his life. 9 catches, a buck 97, and a touchdown on 14 targets. One of them was an 86-yard touchdown where he literally mossed a corner and took it to the crib. I mean, he damn near just he had all the fight in him in his game. But yeah, man, shout out to the Texans. They going to KC.
Yeah, man. Didn't you go to this game? Yeah, it was. I was feeling bad for you when the game kind of started. The way the game started off, like for example, Texans first play for them on offense, fumble. Next drive, 3-and-out. Next drive, punt. Next drive, interception. Next drive, 3-and-out, punt. It's like I thought this game was gonna be a blowout. I thought this game was over. I thought this game was, especially that like around the time frame you were talking about where CJ threw that interception. I'm like, oh yeah. This is what this game is gonna be like. You know, it's really just CJ and Mixon really wasn't even going at that point. You know, Mixon's majority of his production, in my opinion, came in like the fourth quarter. Um, but yeah, dude, I don't know. I really don't think the Texans personally got a chance anyway next round. But I mean, shit, if their defense can play like they did,
Yeah, I was gonna say if their
yeah,
defense can play like that, they for sure got a chance. And I'm not gonna lie, like I'm not gonna put it all 100% on Herbert. I
no,
definitely think that Greg Roman should have called a better game. I want to see JK get the ball a little bit more. I mean, 9 carries. I mean, giving Gus Edwards a lot of his carries to me was just kind of like, why would you do that? But I mean, shout out to the Texas defense, man. Like you said, they play lights out, and they got a chance next week if their defense can play like this. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm just disappointed in the Chargers. I'm disappointed in Justin Herbert. I'm not gonna label him like people were labeling him a playoff choker. It's one bad game, but it's definitely not a good look for him. You can't have this type of game, bro. Because it's not like it's not like these things are heavily preventable. Just don't like off target, cross body when you don't need to. Like I understand if you miss a throw and it goes for a pick six. Like it sucks, but you got to throw a better ball. But it's just you got to play better, bro. Like I have him in my top five conversations, and you're going out there throwing 4 picks in the playoff game, man. You got to do better than that.
no, I agree. I don't know. Granted, I got KC going all the way again, so I guess that's more
Yeah.
just me projecting than anything. But
Oh no.
yeah, I thought this game, either this game or in my opinion that Philly game was very very boring. But this game was probably by far the most boring game of the wild card weekend for sure. I feel like right after what do you call it? When Herbert threw his third interception, it was like this game is over. You know,
Yeah.
like
Uh-huh.
we all knew this game was about to be over. Well, I guess more when you threw that. Yeah, his third interception was a pick six, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. Hold up. No. After his second interception was the pick six. After that, you kind of knew this game was over. It was 20-6. It's like it was over. But shit, like you said, shout out to that man, lad, on his head, 80-yard touchdown down the field. That was crazy, bro. Because he's not even a big guy either. He's what, like maybe 6 foot. You know, it's
Yeah,
like
he's
if
six
that.
foot.
I don't know. It's like he in my opinion, he's not a big guy. He's not a physical guy. He's not like a um, go up and moss someone type of guy. So for him to be able to do that as a rookie, it's like, and then take it to the crib. Yeah, no, that was extremely impressive. But yeah, I'm interested to see what the next round looks like for the Texans. Like it's the same 4 AFC teams as it was last year. It'd be interesting, you know.
Hmm. Yeah, for sure, for sure. We'll see what they do. I think they just need a few pieces, get them another receiver, kind of shore up the line a little bit, and just add some pieces, draft well. And I think the Chargers can still be good, be a playoff team even next year. Going into the next game, Ryan Steelers travel Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Ravens win this game 28-14. This game was over at halftime. And I'll I'll just get my two takeaways, and then I'll let Ryan go. Um, the Second drive of the game for Baltimore when they took it 13 plays, 85 yards, straight runs. That was a disgrace to the Steeler culture. That was disrespectful. 13 plays, Ryan, 85 yards, straight running with Lamar, straight running with Derrick Henry. I mean, god damn, bro. I was I was watching the game like fuck. Bro, they were running, they ran through y'all. Like it was no like it was nothing y'all could do, bro. It was nothing y'all could do. They were getting Lamar was read option. I'm keeping it. Read keeping it. I'm keeping it. He had like 5 plays in a row was a read option. He kept it. And y'all just couldn't do nothing to stop that man one-on-one, bro. He started getting dicey. He just started cooking. Derrick Henry was literally stiff arming through y'all, bro. It was a disgrace to the Steeler culture. I did a video about it. Dan Orlovsky said, it was bad, bro. That's my one takeaway. My second takeaway is, the offense for Pittsburgh is terrible. You can't run the ball. Russ is a game manager. He isn't going to make any outstanding game-changing plays. He had a few good throws in this game that I will give him credit for. I thought Pickens did pretty much all he could in this game. But outside of Pickens, they really had no one else to go to and no running game. And the defense got drove. They got drove. The defense got punked around. They got bullied. I can't say the word I want to say. They got punked around. They got bullied. They got embarrassed on national TV, prime time in the first round of the playoffs. Another one and done for the Steelers. This is just an embarrassment. It was embarrassing. I ain't gonna lie. I know my team. We're gonna get into them a little bit later and how that game went. This felt like this was worse. I'm not gonna lie. Like we lost, but y'all just got punked. Like Baltimore was like, bro, they were playing the backups. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, yeah, wait, no, I don't think they played the backups. I might be juicing it. But like, it felt like they, bro, but when halftime came, it was a wrap. It was a wrap. I ain't gonna lie, I knew it was over. And they did this without Zay Flowers. They didn't really throw the ball. Lamar has 16 completions. Outrageous. Shout out to the Ravens. We gonna get into our predictions. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
shout out to them. Like I've been saying all damn near season, I knew we was gonna lose first round. I knew we were gonna lose bad. I knew the season was over. Like you can tell, you could tell it was the same team. Um, I got a couple of stats, not really stats, but like I guess they would be stats. I guess examples. According to Pro Football Network on Twitter, last time Mike Tomlin won a playoff game was in 2017. Since then, 28 head coaches have won at least one playoff game since Andy Reid, Kyle Shanahan, McVay, Belichick, Arians, McDermott, Peterson, Taylor, LaFleur, Sean Payton, Harbaugh,
Sean
Vrabel,
Payton been with
Zimmer,
2 different
Quinn,
teams.
Marone, Sirianni, Campbell, Wright. Like, I'm not gonna keep going, but a bunch of coaches. Cool, whatever. There's that stat. In the last 5 playoff games we had since 2017, we found ourselves down 21-0, 28-0, 35-7, 28-0, 21-0 in all 5 different games. It's like the way we're losing too. Like
Yeah,
against
y'all are getting boat raced out the gate.
against the Patriots, lost 33. About a minute left in the third quarter. We were down 33-9 against the Jaguars. About 8:30 left in the second quarter, 21-0. About a minute 45 left in that Cleveland game, 28-0. About halftime, or a little bit after halftime of the KC game, 35-7. Against Buffalo last year, 21-0. Against the Ravens this year, 21-0. It's like I knew exactly how this game was gonna go. I knew that we were gonna get down very, very early. I knew they were gonna dominate us. You could tell from the jump exactly what the game was gonna be like, and then you can also tell we're down 21-0, and then they slowly kind of start creeping back a little bit after they scored a touchdown, made it 21-7. I think they scored another touchdown. I think it was 28-7. Then we scored the touchdown with Pickens. It was 28-14. It's like, all right, like I think we got to stop on defense. It's like that's exactly how the fucking Steelers play year after year in the playoffs. It's like we always get down really, really, really bad, really, really, really early, and it's almost like well, fuck it, we don't got nothing else to lose anyway, and then we start to slowly come back. Happened the same way against Buffalo last year. Happened against not against KC. KC just killed us, but against the Jaguars, and I think it was I don't know. I think it was 2018 or some shit like that. It's like they were up 21-0. I think we lost by like 3 points. It's like it was like I think it was 48-45 or something like that. Like you knew exactly how the game was gonna go. Uh, just watching some of the film of the offensive line. The offensive line was atrocious. Uh, Russ didn't have a great game. I don't think Russ had an awful game. People were blaming him for every little thing. This specific game, I wouldn't really say was extremely badly on him. I think it was just
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
just the fall off of what the Steelers like what happened to them. He definitely deserves a good not like all of the blame, but a good chunk of the blame. He didn't play great. Uh,
Yeah.
it's like, dude, and then the coaching has to like. I love Tomlin, and I'm not saying I want him to get fired because eventually, when you go into every matchup with the worst of the quarterback in the playoffs, and it's not even this year. It was last year. It was the year before. It was the year before this playoff before that. Playoff before that. It always happens where like we always go in like we don't have that Lamar. We don't have that Josh Allen. We don't got that Mahomes. We don't got that Burrow. We don't have that guy. So it is difficult to overcome like not having arguably the most important position on the field, and it's like it's not even like a it's not like we have even a competent guy that is able to really compete because I don't know, dude, getting down 21-0 like that. It has to be an indictment on the coach and then just the players in general. Like they just gave up. You could tell they gave up. You could tell you could tell exactly who gave up and at what moments they gave up. It's like it wasn't great. But again, I knew that shit was gonna happen. Kind of like you were saying with the Broncos. Like you were not you obviously weren't happy that they lost, but like you weren't upset because like it was like how the season went. For me, it's the complete opposite. Like I knew exactly how it was gonna go, but it's like the same shit every year. Like you guys have that upside, that bright spot of like, oh well, Bo's developing, he's a rookie. Bro, what the hell? Why my shit just go black? Bro, I'm about to have to fucking. Man, we might have to start recording again after this shit. I'm gonna have to end the recording. I'm gonna have to come back and say something. Yeah, no, I can't. I'm gonna have to end the recording, and then we can start back up. But no, it's like you guys got the optimism of you guys got Bo Nix, you guys got hella cap space, your guys' defense is balling. Even though like yes, you guys lost by more points, it's like there's more upside for the future of like you guys. I know exactly what this team is gonna like. What exactly is gonna happen to this team next year, and it's the exact same thing that happened this year. And it's like we're good enough. Tomlin's just good enough to like win us games to get to the point where like we're not gonna have a great draft pick. I think we're at draft pick 21. So I think we're 21. It's like you're not getting a franchise quarterback at pick 21. You know. But like we're not bad enough to get that top spot or to get that top 5 spot or to get, like something of value. I'm not saying 21 can't be of value, but like for a franchise starting quarterback, it's like you're most likely not going to get somebody at 21 that is, I don't know. It's like I know Lamar fell to 32, but for whatever reason, people had questions about him, and it's like. Dude, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm not saying it's impossible to get a quarterback, like a legit quarterback. It's just I don't know.
Yeah, this
There's no
class
hope.
isn't that strong. Yeah, like this year, this class isn't that strong, which like I think y'all should go with Fields, to be honest. Just to see what you can have out of this next season. Cause I don't like unless you take a chance on the Jackson Dart, like you don't have a high enough pick to really get a good guy. And it's like, yeah, you take a chance on Jackson Dart, say he has a mid-season, or he shows some promise and then you're missing out on a really good class next year. And it's like, I think you just go with Fields, see what you got, and then you go all out on next year's. That's kind of what I would look at it. But yeah, I think something has to give. I'm not saying fire Tomlin, but definitely he needs a quarterback. That's just pretty much what it is. Everybody saying fire Tomlin, you're crazy out your goddamn mind. You don't fire Mike Tomlin. Yeah, it's been a level of mediocrity, but you have no quarterback. And we've seen this man has a quarterback. This team is completely different. Um, that's a quarterback fixes everything. I mean, look at my Broncos. Like, bro, look at the Commanders. They're completely turned around because they took Jaden Daniels. That just kind of what happens. And you guys need the quarterback, man. I think Justin Fields should have been the guy this year because he could have showed you some promise and developed as a passer. The season went along, and then now you would have had him for this season. This next year, where it'd have been like, okay, you're a two starter. Let's see what you can actually do. And I mean, that's just you're two starter in Pittsburgh. You know what I'm saying? So I do think with Pittsburgh is kind of tricky. It's just tough. It's like you said, the same thing year after year. The defense is going to continue to get worse. It's gotten worse every single year, and it's going to continue to get worse. And it's still solid defense with TJ Watt, but I think TJ eventually is going to have to. He's going to want out eventually because he will want to win a championship. He don't want to be like his brother and not go.
He said he wants to be here for the rest of his career. Granted, he said that. Don't really mean that.
Yeah,
That's
you
what's
know what
gonna
I'm saying?
happen.
Like, but you already know how these guys are. Pickens' future is whatever. Like guys are gonna look around and be like, bro, we got to make some changes. Like we keep making the playoffs and getting whooped round fucking one. Like we got to make some changes. But I do want to give a shout out to Baltimore though. They looking like they gonna steamroll everybody in the AFC. I know people are picking Buffalo in this next matchup, and we'll talk about it. But bro, how good they looked against their rival. They beat the shit out of them, bro. And like they beat the shit out of Buffalo early in the year, and I think people are forgetting that. I don't care if the game in Buffalo, they can run the ball better than anybody in the league. And but yeah, and the defense is getting better. The defense is getting better as the season's gone along. But yeah, I'll leave it there. Let's go to the next game.
I
Oh wait,
I do
yeah.
got one more
Go ahead,
thing
go
to
ahead, go
say.
ahead.
It's also with the draft. I don't think quarterback is the main priority. I think
That's the
I
problem.
quarterback is the problem, but it's not the biggest problem that, in my opinion, that you need to address at round one. Unless if like a fucking stud falls to you at 21, or falls a little bit and you trade up and get him, then like cool, whatever. Like if you can get one of those top guys, but like you're not getting a no top guy at fucking pick 10 or
Yeah,
8 or I don't know.
it just seems like Pittsburgh is getting ready to take another quarterback in the draft that's not high on quarterbacks like that. They did it when they took Kenny, and like you're gonna take. I don't know. I just think you got Fields, man. He's your best option. Unless Jackson Dart looks damn good in his combine and everything, then I'll say go try to get him. But like even then, it's like I will wait for next year's draft. You're gonna have Arch. I can keep going on about the guys next year. Next year's gonna be a better draft class for QBs.
Yeah, I would also rather them get a receiver or like a corner or like
Yeah,
something a little bit
something to
more
build
of
on.
depth that kind of help a quarterback. Like if it is Fields, uh, which like I'd be cool with it being Fields. Um, you have to kind of get a little bit more help around him because even this game it was really just Pickens
Picking.
and I mean
That's it.
Frymuth was a little bit like a little bit, but like
Yeah, I got you.
I don't know. Anyway, I'm done talking about him. Fuck this team.
Whoo, yeah, going to the next one. My Broncos traveled all the way to Buffalo, take on the Bills. Bills didn't win this game 31-7. Um, look, I pretty much called everything about this game. I knew Sean was gonna pull some shit out his ass with the fake punt, which he did. I knew Ty Johnson was gonna be the key X factor in this game, and he called the game basically the touchdown that basically kind of separated this game. Um, and I knew our defense was gonna be a tough task for them, or just they have a lot of weapons, bro, a lot of them. I will say, and I knew they were gonna attack our backers, which they did. Um, but I just want to give a shout out to Bo Nix. 13 for 22, only a buck 44 in the touchdown, but our leading rusher once again, 43 yards on the ground. I want to give a shout out. The defensive line I thought played well. Secondary, I thought I feel like overall we didn't look. I thought we could have played a little bit better. Um, but I mean, bro, we kept it close for as long as we could. It's hard to win in the playoffs when you can't run the ball, and you want to be aggressive as much as you want to in the passing game. When you got guys dropping the ball, you got guys not creating space. I mean, they're showing the of it, and Bo Nix has no one open, bro, and he's like, and I seen people, I saw people talking about some Bo's bailing from clean pockets. Like I think I need people to realize this. Like he's bailing from clean pockets because no one's fucking open. Like that's what people don't understand. Like he's not like he's just like people, oh well, the pocket's clean, so just sitting there. Bro, if it's no one open, go do something with it. Like instead of what just staying in the pocket, staying in the pocket. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought Bo played well. The first tub, I thought we came out the game strong. Um, I thought we had a really good game plan. Troy Franklin caught the deep ball. That was, I will remember that touchdown forever. And just the Will Lutz missed field goal. It is what it is. But I want to shout out to my team for the fight they showed. They didn't go down. We didn't go out like no punks, bro. Yeah, we lost. We gave up at the start of the fourth quarter. That touchdown to Curtis Samuel, they gave up. You know what I'm saying? But I want to give a shout out to my team, bro, because we wasn't even supposed to fucking be here. They counted us out before we even played a fucking snap. And I want to give my quarterback, my coaches, a big round of applause. Big shout out to those boys, bro. Hey, look, I'm just happy we got our guy. I know we got to see what he does in year two, but I think it's a different type of year two for him. I think having a guy like Sean, bro, we have no running game. Nothing. And I do want us to go get a center. I want us to, address obviously all the skill positions that we need. But the offensive line, bro, we had a top two offensive line in football, bro. Pass protection wise, these guys were. I mean, we had an All Pro Quentin Miners. You had one of the best left tackles in Garrett Bowles, Mike McGlinchey, Ben Powers. I mean, bro, like our offensive line is extremely solid. Like Bo, you could just tell the offensive difference in terms of how many sacks we've taken with Russell Wilson from Bo Nix. And I'm just glad we got the guy on our team. We just need to get him some help, bro. We got to get the guy some help. That's just pretty much it. We got to get him a run game. That's the first thing to begin with. I know people want receivers and tight ends, so do I, but we gotta get a running back, bro. It's bad. Ain't no way a rookie quarterback should be leading his team in rushing the way Bo Nix is leading the Denver Broncos in rushing. Like there's no reason for it. Javante has to go. Jaleel, I mean, come on, bro. Like, I mean, what are you supposed to do with 2 carries for -2 yards? 7 carries for 29 yards from your running back, your starter? And then the just the drops in general was bad. Devon Vele, he's a seventh round rookie. The 2 targets he had, he dropped both balls. Troy Franklin, he did okay, but Sean was chewing his ass out on one play because he just didn't fucking block. And Cortland Sutton is whatever. I mean, he's whatever, bro. He's a wide receiver two at best. So looking up, man. Look, we got $58 million in cap. I think you go out, and I think they're going to go out, sign a linebacker. I think they'll go out and address mainly the offensive side of the ball. And I think next year, man, we made the playoffs. We're gonna have another third place schedule this up next year, and we're gonna see how it goes. But shout out to these boys in these games. Shout out to Buffalo, man. Buffalo, a hell of a team. Josh balled out, bro, and James Cook did his thing. They got it going on the ground against us. They ran straight to Riley Moss's side, and it was barbecue chicken, bro. But I mean, hey, it is what it is. You win some, you lose some. Shout out to Buffalo. They host a playoff game against Baltimore. We'll see how that goes. But man, shout out to my squad, bro. I gotta say it again. Shout out to them boys. I mean, shout out to my fucking quarterback having a dip. Lucas fucking crawling Adam Trotman, Ryan. That's all I gotta say. Lil Jordan Humphrey. Fuck.
Both ballers.
No, bro. I tweeted it, and I mean this with no disrespect. Get 33 and 84 the fuck off my team. Get him the fuck off my team, bro. Like, god damn, I'm watching 84 out there. He just, oh my god, like it's no reason. Like it's bad, bro. Let's just, I go ahead, man.
So I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
So what days? Let's say when the draft rolls around, commissioner goes up on the stage with the 20th pick in the NFL draft. The Denver Broncos select who do you want the name to be? Obviously, like they don't name someone that's in the top 5 projected. Name someone that you legit feel like your team could get.
I would. I mean, he's probably gonna be the tight end one in this draft. So I don't know all the 19, but Tyler Warren is a guy out of Penn State, Titan out of Penn State. Um, Emeka Egbuka, Luther Burden is a guy. Colston Loveland's a guy. Um, Ashton Genty. I mean, just you got to get skill position. I think in round one. I know a lot of people are trying to say, um, that Denver needs to kind of OD the draft. I think you just kind of take your time. If we do lose Vance Joseph for a head coaching gig, we get 2 third-round picks. So I like that as well. But as far as the first round goes, Tyler Warren, Emeka Egbuka, Luther Burden, Colston Loveland, Ashton Genty, those guys are the guys I'm kind of aiming for. I haven't really done my deep dive yet into the draft, but round one, bro, we can go after. I'll say this. I would go after, honestly, round one. If Tyler Warren's there, you take him. Even if Emeka Egbuka's good, but if Tyler Warren has a chance to be generational. So does I think Ibuka, but you can't go wrong with either or. I think wide receiver is something we have to address in free agency and through trades. I think you know how wide receivers go. There's always about 3 of them that move around, big ones. T. Higgins, one of them he's a free agent. We'll see what they do with him and how that situation goes. But I think Denver needs to be in the market for the Chris Godwins and those big names, guys who's probably gonna be free agents. I know Tyler Lockett, they're looking like they're gonna move on from him. Cooper Cup is a guy that could get cut. I know he is a little bit on the older side, injury prone, but hey, bro, he's way better than what the fuck we got right now. It's a lot of guys I'm looking at. DK, I know is gonna probably be on the block. Garrett Wilson's a guy that could be on the block. Devontae Adams is a guy that could be on the block. I mean, you got a lot of names out there, and if I'm Denver, I'm hitting it aggressively. Like I don't give a damn what is gonna cost you. If you can get you an X receiver for Bo Nix, and not to mention a running back, bro. We could legit go from a 10-win team to possibly a 12, 13-win team. If we just had those type of things, like first of all, running game for sure, we would be a way better team with that.
Yeah, I figured you were gonna say Genty. I didn't think there was gonna be any question about it. To be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't know. If Genty's there, I'll take him out. But it's tough because I think running back, there aren't a lot of running backs that I saw in free agency that I liked to make a big difference. I think it was like I mean, it was a few of them that I liked, but it was none that were like, if he comes there, they gonna change the face of this. You know what I'm saying? Um, there was some guys that I said, yeah, J.K. Dobbins is one. Ty Johnson, Craig Reynolds, Jalen Warren. Craig Reynolds was a third stringer for Detroit. I like him, but I mean, you just need some juice, bro. Anything is kind of better than what you had in the room. If you get either one of the guys I said, and then I would still draft a guy. I like Travion Henderson. I like Dylan Sampson. I like Devin Neal. Like I like a lot of those guys in college. I like Cam Scatterbo. Like I definitely think if you're Denver, you gotta draft running back, you gotta draft receiver, you gotta draft tight end. I don't care, even what you do in free agency, you gotta draft those positions here. Cause Bo needs all the help he can get, bro. Like shit. Like I can't believe he made the playoffs with this damn receiving core, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I think I agree with you. We were saying that you guys need basically a whole new skill position group, damn near. Uh,
Everything.
yeah, but no, I more so on the Bills because I don't think I trust anything to be honest with you. But I like what Josh Allen did. He you can kind of tell that he's developed his game. He's developing his game like right in front of our eyes. Um, I feel like after the typical Josh the last couple years, especially like early in his career, if they would have gone down 7-0 at home like that, like there was kind of that weary feel vibe to the game of like, oh shit, like Denver came out here 7-0 first drive in your house, like man, Josh, what are you gonna do? And like he played great. 20 for 26, 272, 2 touchdowns, only took 2 sacks. Granted, 2 sacks, so 2 sacks, but cool, whatever. Ran for about 50 yards. It's like, and he took care of the ball, you know?
Yeah, that was the main thing.
Yeah. That's exactly what we were talking about before the game even happened. It was like that was a recipe for success for Denver is for Josh to create a couple, for you guys to create a couple turnovers on Josh and take advantage of that, you know. And yeah, I mean, my fault. Buffalo's team, like especially in that second half, they really turned it on and they really just kind of proved that, like, yeah, like we're the alphas compared to the Broncos in this game, and you could tell after that, after the Ty Johnson touchdown, that the game was it was
It was
over.
tough.
It was. I think I even texted you. I was like, "All right, man, you want to collab on the video?" I was like, "Yeah,
Yeah,
this shit over." But yeah,
yeah, I think the thing with Buffalo is just running the football kind of calm Josh down. He doesn't realize he doesn't have to force it, that they can move the ball down the field with him, James Cook, Ty Johnson, Ray Davis occasionally himself. Like they got a lot of guys. And yeah, shout out to them. I mean, look, I didn't know what version of Josh we were gonna get. I definitely thought when we scored that touchdown, I'm like, hey, bro, Buffalo better come on, because I ain't gonna lie. Denver looking like, man, they ain't scared of shit. And Buffalo, hell, like they were not playing, bro. Like, I mean, we couldn't really do it. Like their offensive line is damn good, bro. Like our defensive line ain't nothing to push around. We kind of got pushed around a little bit, like a lot. And that was kind of the shocking thing for me. I didn't think we were gonna get pushed around like that on the ground. And it was just a lot, bro, for us to handle. But shout out to them, like you said, they were the alpha, they were the big dogs in this game, and that's just kind of what it was. Denver just ain't in that weight class yet. But I think, with the weapons, we get some weapons. I'll say we can be. Do I think next year we gonna take a jump, a crazy jump? I don't think so. I think you need to, once you get the weapons, it's gonna take some time for it to kind of settle in. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff Denver has to build off of because we overachieved this season. So next they're gonna be looking for us to even take us a step further, which we might end up back 10-7 or 11-6 next year. Or you know what I'm saying? You never really know how it could go. Like, and even if we do finish with that same record next year, I'll be just fine with it because I know there's gonna be a process, bro. But yeah, shout out to the Bills. My Broncos got sent home, sadly. But yeah, going on to the next game. Green Bay travel to Philly, take on the Eagles. Eagles win this game 22-10. Um, I really got two main takeaways on this game. First of all, shout out to Philly's defense. And Saquon Barkley. Their defense, I mean, they just kind of handled Green Bay. Second takeaway is Josh Jacobs. He had a really good game. Jordan Love, just going to the Packers side of things, honestly. Just Josh Jacobs had a good game, but Jordan Love, I mean, Christian, we knew Christian Watson was out. Dowds got hurt. Jaden Reed got hurt. But by that time, really, the shout out to Green Bay's defense for keeping them in this game for as long as they did. Um, but Jordan Love can't throw three interceptions. Can't go 20 for 33, zero touchdowns, three interceptions. I don't give a damn who's out. You can't force the ball and make the bad reads that he was making. And Candy, the Keyshawn Nixon fumble at the beginning of the game should not have been Eagles football. So that kind of already put the game you know what I'm saying? That kind of already had fucked the game right there. But yeah, shout out to the Eagles, man. They moving on. But Saquon had a big day. Jalen, I thought, did okay. Nothing. He didn't really have to do too much. But yeah, I'm hoping, in this Rams game they get AJ Brown more involved because this man was reading a book on the goddamn sideline, which is crazy. But yeah.
yeah. Josh Jacobs, in my opinion, was really the only one on Green Bay that brought any sort of like juice, any sort of physicality, any sort of like energy, anything. Like it seemed like Packers, like right when they fumbled that opening kickoff, it was like, all right, fuck it, we lost, game is over. Like they, it's like they just gave up, you know, and it's like
Mm-hmm.
they knew that they were already at the disadvantage of, well, we're in Philly, we're the worst team. Fuck it. Like it's a fumble opening first play of the game, opening drive. It's like it was almost like they just gave up. Like yeah, it was just like they brought no sort of physicality. There was nothing. And then with every time it seemed like you would watch you would look at the screen, somebody on the Packers was hurt. And they were like important weapons like Romeo Dobbs, Jaden Reed, Josh Myers got hurt. They're starting center. It's
Yeah.
like it's like any time that you would look up, it's like damn. And like we were saying in the prediction episode, it was like this game really, in my opinion, came down to what quarterback was going to make the most mistakes. We knew that the defenses were going to be balling. We knew that both these defenses are great, cool, whatever. We know both Josh Jacobs and Saquon are incredible. It really came down to what what quarterback was going to make the most mistakes. And Jalen in the past game, like they weren't great. Like I think going to excuse me, having the Rams come to you, especially the way that defensive line was playing, like you're really gonna have to get this pass game going uh, to be able to beat a team like the Rams next week. But like in this specific game, I mean, Jalen took care of the ball, did what he had to do to pull out the win. It was like I don't know, dude. It really came down to the quarterback, and Jordan Love just didn't show up. I mean, like been seeing a lot of people. They just completely are giving up on Jordan Love and saying he's a bust and that they wasted their money and that they have the worst contract in the NFL. Blah, blah, blah. It's
He
like
doesn't have an ex receiver, bro.
it's
I
also like
just
it's like
he
also like all of your receivers got hurt.
are
Granted,
hurt.
you still can't throw the 3 interceptions, but like I don't
Yeah, I
know.
get you.
I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, nah. I get you. I get you. But yeah, let's move on because yeah, the Eagles. I knew even going into the game, the Eagles was going to win it, but it just sucks that Jordan Love played as bad as he did. But going on to the next game, Washington trying to put a take on the Bucks. I did pick the Bucks in this game, but the Commanders pulled it out by 3. Jaden Daniels is sensational, and he's just been clutch over the last month of the season. 24 for 35, 2 touchdowns, 268 on the day. Was the team's leading rusher. I don't know what it is about these rookie quarterbacks. They don't get no fucking run game, bro. But Diami Brown, 89 yards touchdown. McLaurin, 89 yards touchdown. And that was pretty much the difference. Bucky Irvin had a good game as well. I thought Baker played well, 15 for 18, 185, 2 touchdowns. Mike Evans he was cooking Lattimore, 92 yards in the tub. I just think kind of the game got won for the Commanders. He has a Terry McLaurin, bro. And that's just what it is, even though he got it done kind of at the end with his legs there. But it was bro. Terry McLaurin, when you have a receiver like that, it makes all the difference. It makes everything easier. Like, and he just balled out. He's gone to him every single time in the clutch with the games on the line. He's gone to Terry McLaurin, bro, and it's worked. Like it just keeps working. So I look, keep doing it, bro. Now they're gonna go to Detroit, which is gonna be tough. We'll see, but I mean, the fumble really the fumble did it for the Bucks. That's kind of what it was. The fumble, it lost it, and they still almost got it with the missed extra point. But hey, man, it is what it is. Shout out to the Commander. Shout out to Jaden Daniels for being as clutch as he was, leading them down there on that drive. 10 points in the fourth quarter to get the dub on the road. Rookie QB, rookie of the year.
Yeah, it that's all it came down to was that fumble. Like it was at such a bad time, and then when they capitalized with the touchdown at the end, like that same like when they recovered it, it's like
Mm-hmm.
that was the biggest difference, and it kind of reminds me of that Super Bowl with the Chiefs and the Eagles. I mean, Jalen played damn near perfect. He fumbled the ball once, and that was the difference in the game. In hindsight,
Yeah,
obviously, it's like obviously I'm not trying to compare the Super Bowl to this, but like just like
yeah,
it kind of gave me the same vibe. But yeah, I thought Austin Eckler had a nice little game in the receiving game. Even though it might not show up on the stat sheet, is like especially that when was it? I think it was like 2-3 minutes left or whatever. He
mm-hmm.
uh, he had a nice reception that extended the drive. I think it was like 18 yards or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Man, shout out to him. I thought he played solid, and then the defense, like I thought, and I think you said it. I could be wrong, but that you kind of thought that the Buccaneers were just gonna be able to run all over uh, the Commanders, and so did I. I thought the I
Yeah. I
thought,
mean, it wasn't bad, but I thought it was gonna be worse.
mm-hmm. And I'm pretty sure I even said I was like, man, this is the game I was most comfortable about. I thought they were gonna be able to run the ball down their throat and be able to control the clock. Um, yeah, dude. I don't know. It was if you're a Bucks fan, this one gotta hurt. It was right
Yeah,
in your
it gotta hurt
grasp.
because you
But
want to.
like,
Yeah.
if you're a Commanders fan, shit, this is the first win Washington had in the playoffs since 2005. You know,
Facts.
so
Hmm.
man, shout out to them.
Yeah, I think it sucks for the Bucks because you wanted to get just one playoff win, just one. You did all that to get in, and it's tough. But I mean, shout out to the Commanders, man. They was able to handle business. Hey man, they won it. But this was the best game of the weekend, though. It was the best game of the weekend by far, which leads us to the next and final game. Vikings travel to LA to take, well, wasn't even to LA, Arizona, because of the wildfires, prayers for Los Angeles. take on the Rams. Excuse me. And the Vikings just got killed. They got boat raced. No touchdowns now in back-to-back weeks. 9-27, bro. Stafford and this wasn't the offense that really won the game for the Rams. This was the defense. Sacked Sam Darnold 9 times. Sam Darnold never had a chance. I know people are gonna sit there and say that Sam, he didn't play well, but his line he had no line. 9 sacks. Like, that was crazy. And it was like, yeah, he was holding on to the ball a little bit long, but bro, like, what do you want? Like, he's seeing ghosts. I think you made that. It was like he's seeing ghosts, bro. Like, he got sacked 9 times. Like, this is not the second time that Minnesota's made the playoffs and they've been bounced. With they need a legit quarterback. Sam Darnold's probably gonna get moved on from after a 14-3 season. Someone's gonna pay him. Like, I'm not gonna lie, may not get the payday that he once had, but someone is gonna pay that man. And I don't think the Vikings are just gonna be that team. I think they're gonna go to JJ McCarthy and hopefully see what they can get out of him. But it's just tough when you got all these weapons like this and you only put up 9 points, not put up a touchdown after the season that you had. That's just gotta hurt, man. And but just shout out to the Rams. I mean, their defense played. Remember, that was the one thing with the Rams is you don't know what defense you're going to get from them. If you get the defense that we've seen tonight, they can beat any team in the league. But if you get the defense that we've seen majority of the season, they can get boat raced by any team. And that's just what it is for the Rams. You got Philly next. They got boat raced by Philly earlier in the season. Saquon went for 255. So we're going to have to see what type of defense shows up for them in this next game. But I'm not going to lie. Kyron had a good game. Higbee was the guy. Puka did a little bit of his thing. But Stafford just 19 for 27, 209, 2 tubs. And Rams defense got them this win, bro. Shout out to Keller Witherspoon. Dog.
Yeah, you knew this game was over halftime. When the halftime 24-3.
It was over.
It was completely over. It's also the Rams set the record for most sacks in a single half in the playoff game with 6. And
yes,
then they tied the record. Yeah, man, 6 is insane. They ended up tying the record with 9. I think it was like 4 or 5 other teams have also done it in the playoffs. This very well might be. I could be completely overreacting, but this might be the most dominant performance I think I've seen in an extremely, extremely, extremely long time from a defense, especially up front. Dude, it was insane. It was insane. Nine sacks, bro. 9 and you won. Like, I know with Cincinnati and Tennessee in the playoffs, Tennessee got 9 sacks, but they lost. Like this game, it was like, man, the Rams had it from the jump. From the first drive to the last, scored a touchdown, and it was like after that, like they took off. You could tell their offense was on a whole different level. The offense was doing what they had to do, and then the defense, bro, man, shout out to them. I'm interested to see, kind of like you were saying, what defense we're gonna get against Philly, in Philly. It's if it's gonna be kind of like this game, or if it'll be more like I think they played week 10, week 11, or whatever it was, with Saquon ran all over them.
Yeah,
it'd be interesting to see.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, we're gonna see what kind of defense they get, but man, yeah, like you said, it was just dominant, bro. The Vikings kind of stood no chance out the gate, and I think Kevin O'Connell, I think he's a damn good head coach. I'm gonna say that he's a damn good head coach, and I just think this one wasn't all on Sam Darnold like everyone's gonna make it seem. He didn't play his best game by far, but let's not act like the offensive line gave him a lot of help. Like, they got steam raced, like they got ran out the building, bro. So I definitely think now you got to kind of, and they did the trade for Cam Robinson and everything, bro. So you're gonna have to look at this line and see what you want to do moving forward. I know Darisaw was out for the year, so they're gonna get him back next year. But after today, you gotta go into the offseason. Like, do we need to adjust this line? Because, bro, 9 sacks, like, that's crazy work. But yeah, you got anything else you want to add?
It's kind of like you were saying with the line, man. You have to improve the offensive line. It's not like you guys don't have the skill position of Hawk and Jefferson and Addison, and I don't know. But I do have one question for you. Out of these six games, what player do you feel like played the best out of these 6 games for any of the teams? Because I'm gonna make a video about this tomorrow, and I just
Bo
want to get your
Nix. Nah, I'm
opinion.
fucking with you. Nah, I'm
What,
playing.
what shit you were talking about Sam Darnold signing somewhere? Maybe the Broncos will give him a little contract. They finally get a
Come on, bro.
franchise quarterback.
I would say the player that I'm disregarding that. I would say the player that played the best.
Because I can go.
Derrick Henry.
Yeah,
Derrick Henry.
got to be
I
the
mean,
answer. Has
it's
to be.
got to be Derrick Henry. It's got to be Derrick Henry, bro. He went off.
Yeah,
Like it's
dude.
DN. Yeah, it's Derrick Henry, bro. 26. Him or Ladd. I think him or Ladd will probably be. James Cook will probably be third. I mean, Derrick Henry. I mean, Ladd went for damn near 200 though. 9 catches, a buck 97, a touchdown. But I would go Derrick Henry. He had the extra touchdown. And then I go Derrick Henry 1, Ladd 2, James Cook 3.
Man, shout out to Jared Verse too. He had that touchdown recovery. I think he had what?
Yeah.
Did he have a sack?
Let me see.
Shit, I wouldn't be surprised if he did. Nah, he didn't.
I didn't.
Nah. Shit, and Kobe turned out himself a nice little game. But no, it's the answer is obviously Derrick Henry. And yeah, if the Chargers ended up winning that, and a rookie receiver and Ladd put up almost 200 yards at touchdown, man, dude, he's so good, and he's so slept on too when it comes to like people talking about rookie receivers. It's always Marv and Brian
Malik.
Robinson. I said Brian Robinson. Brian Thomas, excuse me. Yeah, Malik. Probably missing somebody else. But it's like, dude, like
To me,
he's so good.
To me, he was the second or the third best this year. Rookies out of rookie wide receivers, not you know what I'm saying. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for this episode. That's it. You got anything else? Yeah, it's gonna do it for this episode. Make sure to leave a like, comment, hit that subscribe button. Keep showing us some love, man. Hey, super wildcard weekend is in the books. We got the divisional round coming up next. And yeah, man, we're gonna give our predictions for those later this week. But until the next one, peace out.